Concentration is the channeling of all of your energies, psychic, physical, spiritual, mental, to one point of focus, to where you place your attention on a point. And Stanislavsky first felt, when he was developing the system, that if you were in the concentrated state, you could enter into the creative state, that place where inspiration arises from. He received this idea, got the idea from his study of yoga. And we mean here Raja Yoga, the meditative aspect called dharana. And how we use it in the system today, or how I use it as a teacher, is I teach students the basic postures for meditation, both seated with erect spine and lying down at times, walking, because that posture allows the breath to travel through the body and allows the actor to keep his focus at the point between the eyebrows where we see our mental image pictures. And it also gives us poise and grace on stage, and we're allowed then to, through the exercises, to put our energies where we want. Sometimes we want to put them internally, sometimes we want to put them on someone else, sometimes we want to put them on objects. And we always want to put them on action. So that's basically what it is.
Great.
Everything in acting boils down to physics. Either you're following the natural physical laws of nature, or you're out of step with them. If you're organic, it means all of the steps of nature are there. And what genius is the innate born ability to have that all the time. But even geniuses can't have it all the time. So they need technique. And so the Stanislavsky system is about having all of the hundreds of elements of human behavior at your control organically at one point. And that point is action, physical action. Because every moment that we are alive, we are responding physically and conditioned with the environment. So that basically is what we mean by concentration. For that reason, Stanislavsky turned to yoga, because he recognized that yoga taught the individual how to transcend the conditioned environment and achieve what a state of consciousness called superconsciousness. And it's in the states of superconsciousness that you want to be, because that's the state of artistic inspiration. But how do you achieve it? What are the steps to inspiration? Well, the first step is concentration. And let me read you, this is taken from an article by Dr. Shermarie Carnegie, a colleague of mine, who wrote Stanislavsky in Focus. And in 1994, I received this from her. It's an article entitled "The Life of the Human Spirit, Stanislavsky's Eastern Self." It seems that she discovered in the basement of the Moscow Art Theater books all annotated in Stanislavsky's own hand. And the books were all on Raja Yoga. Quote, "When Stanislavsky explains that his goal is to teach the student the laws of correct breathing, the correct position of the body, concentration, and watchful discrimination, he implicitly refers to major tenets of yoga. Pranayama, the control of prana, which is life energy, life force, through breath. Asana, the familiar poses and balances. And dharana, meditation techniques. He further stresses that these ideas pervade every aspect of the practice when he follows the above list with the bald statement, 'My whole system is based on this.'" So it's this revelation that leads to the first exercise. Would you all please sit on the edge of your chairs on what we call our sit bones? If your back is bad, you may sit with the back rested on the chair, but your spine must be perfectly straight and bowed. So, like this. So the shoulders are directly over your sit bones, your feet are flat on the floor, and your hands need to be placed here rather than here. They can be placed this way. The main reason for that is in long periods of meditation, one has a tendency to lean forward, and it reminds you not to. But if you feel more comfortable with another position, that's fine, because we only do a short meditation. Now your chin needs to be parallel to the floor, so it'll feel like it's down, not up. This is the crown of your head, and the correct posture is to have the crown of the head high, the chin low, but it actually is parallel. Can you see that? This places your eyes at level with the floor. In that position, we can access our energies, our thoughts, and our images. So you want to stay in that position. Good. Now close your eyes. Focus on the point between the eyebrows. So your eyes are slightly raised at the point between the eyebrows, but not so that there is any strain. That's good, John. That's good. Good, Mindy. Perfect. Very good. Crown is here. It's high. Good, good, good. Now, you keep your attention at the point between the eyebrows, and whenever it wanders from there, you simply bring your attention. Now, it's natural for it to wander. I've been meditating for 50 years, and I still cannot keep my mind there all the time until something happens, clicks in. Now, you're looking into that space. You want to interiorize your consciousness. That means you look ahead about a foot and a foot and a half, 18 inches, within your inner consciousness. And whenever your mind goes to images or memories, gently remind yourself to bring it back there. This will train your body once, well, let me put it this way. Wherever your point of attention is, wherever your focus is, that's where all your energies go. You don't need to do anything special to concentrate. You only need to have a point of attention. On stage, it's your partner. It's your action. It's the aim, what response you want to get out of your partner. That's your aim. When your eyes are closed, it's here at the point between the eyebrows. Everybody follow? Good. Now envision the breath. You can take 3 deep breaths and exhale through the mouth if you like, and each time sigh. Because control of the breath also is control of the life force energies, the electrical energy passing through your body. And now wait for the breath to come into the nostrils, and don't even worry about breathing, just observe how the breath comes into the nostrils. It's nice and cool. Then it goes down to the lower back, the lower lobes of the back, where we breathe for breath support in speech. The idea is to interiorize your consciousness and to watch your breath as if you were a detached observer. And we'll do this for 1 minute in silence. And bring your focus back to the point between the eyebrows and observe the breath. That's good. Open your eyes. Feel your feet on the floor. Now, normally, we would do this, start off 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, then 20 minutes, because it takes time for the mind to adjust to stillness. But you don't have to empty your mind. It isn't that form of meditation. It's concentration exercise. Does everybody understand? Let's take the second variation of meditation. For this, I'm going to ask you to move your chairs and put them primarily over here, and maybe just a couple over here a little behind me. You won't need any books or papers. So you want to clear the stage. If you have a book or a paper, you can put it behind your head because you're going to lie on the floor. And if you feel more comfortable with your shoes off, you're welcome to take them off or leave them on, just so you have movement in the feet. for the exercise. Lie down in such a way that you have space between you. Enough that you could roll over and stand up without bumping into anybody. Please bring your feet up so they're flat on the floor, shoulder width apart. I'm going to come around and check your posture. Place your hands, if you would, at your side or on your lower abdomen so that you can just comfortably, so you're in a meditative pose. The reason why we put a book under our head is so that the throat is not blocked off. In the entire exercise, I want you to free up in the neck. At this point, your focus is at the point between the eyebrows, or if you prefer to have your eyes open, at a point on the ceiling, which is approximately comfortable where the eyebrows would be. So whichever is more comfortable for you. Focus on that point and let the air come into your nostrils and go down into the lower lobes of the back. Imagine that your spine is lengthening and widening. The energy at the top of your head is moving to the wall behind you. The energy in your knees is moving toward the ceiling. The energy in your right shoulder is moving toward the right of you, and the energy in your left shoulder is moving toward the left. And all the time, your spine is lengthening and widening. Lengthening and widening. Okay? Simply observe the breath as if you were a detached observer. Can you feel the lower back pressing on the floor? As air goes down to it, you don't need to do anything. I'm going to move your hands down here. Can you feel the air rising under your abdomen and the fingertips rising? Can you feel the energy flowing from your feet to your knees and along your spine and in your chest and in your head? Now we're going to combine movement, breath, thought. It actually will go thought, breath, movement. Each movement will be from the base of the spine, your tailbone. Let me give the instructions before each movement. Always waiting for the breath, visioning the tailbone, and freeing up in the neck. You're going to roll over onto your left or right side. Before you do, you want to feel the impulse of the energy moving there. You'll get an image of it in your mind's eye. And then you just gradually roll over onto your left side and relax. Thought, breath, movement. We begin the use now of pranayama, control of muscular energy through the breath. Free up in your neck. You can roll over anytime you like. And keep your knees bent and just roll over and relax as comfortably as you can. As if you were taking a nap, moving from the base of the spine. And once you're relaxed into that position, you're going to think, see the image, breathe, and move with your knees tucked under your chest, and you're going to sit back on your haunches. Your head is going to stay on the floor as if you were bowing to the east. Whenever you're ready. And just observe what's happening in your body. Free up in your neck. No, you want to roll over this way and bring your knees under you, tuck them under. That's right, keep your head free. And then that's good. That's very good. And it'll be a little uncomfortable, but you want your spine to lengthen and widen here. That's what you're doing. And keep your neck free. Don't engage the neck muscles. Very good, Jan, Melinda, Jess, Michelle, Caridad, and John over here, John M. Okay, that's good. And just stay there for a moment. Now envision the tailbone, and you envision thought and air going to your tailbone. And as it does, you're going to move 2 notches up. Just that much from here. And then thought and breath, 2 notches more. Thought and breath, 2 more, 2 more, 2 more. But you're not going to engage your head. Your head is going to stay down the whole time. Whenever you're ready. image. Slow down. Our modern pace of life is so fast. It's a wonderful time just to relax. And you're going to come sitting on your haunches with your shoulders directly over your hips. Good. Jess, Michelle, Caridad, that's excellent. So just think and breathe into those areas. So your focus now is there. Yep, don't engage your neck muscles. I know this feels strange and uncomfortable. It should. After a while, it becomes comfortable and you can carry yourself with the right posture all the time. Now, the last thing you want to do is to, from the crown of the head, envision the energy going toward the ceiling and place your head squarely on your shoulders. Good. And not so far back, like that. This is the crown. This is not. This is the forehead. That's it, yes. Good. Now, Melinda, you're going to bring up, you're going to lean forward from the base of the spine. Thought breath, you're going to bring up one leg as if in a genuflection position. And then from the crown of the head to the ceiling in front of you and the opposite wall, you're going to rise. Good. And that's correct posture. Free up in your neck. John, same thing. Bring up your right leg and put it under you with your foot flat on the floor, or your left, whichever your balance is. Good, that's good. Keep your balance, good. And now thinking here and ahead of you, you're going to stand. And just observe your balance. Okay, try not to grab in your neck. It's hard. When we grab in our neck, we block off our throat. We learned that from Alexander technique. The rest of you can do it at will, as you feel comfortable. I know, it's hard with your shoes on. Okay, good. Good, that's good. And try to keep your neck free. Good. You'll feel a little awkward at first. Now, the position your hands fall in, now you know you're in your ape-like position. This is the correct posture for the human frame. In rest, standing rest. Your hands will fall in front. You understand? And your feet squared. This is our natural architecture of the body. And you want to be able to go to this position. Grotowski calls it this point of non-action, before action. And this is, of course, from yoga. And it's very important that you can maintain this feeling of balance without any strain, without, holding yourself erect, without wearing an imaginary corset, so to speak. Okay. Okay, good. Now take a few steps and just notice, you can open your eyes and take a few steps. Imagine you have a string pulling you from your chest. And just walk naturally. And breathe. And just start to let go and loosen up, because you're going to go back into your other holding patterns anyway, so you might as well just do it. And make eye contact with people. So be fully present with other people while you're doing these exercises. That's very good. And just come to a period of rest. Now, without engaging your neck muscles, bend over and pick up a book if one's near you. But try not to engage your neck muscles. Notice how many movements there are in that. Okay. There's a third variation, which we do with voice and speech rising, because in the next level of training, we would want to coordinate our breath, thought, breath, movement, and tonal action, voice. Okay, but we won't do that today. Thank you very much. That's the end of this particular scene.